This guy is a genius. He wanted his own workspace. So, he bought a shipping container online. He planned to transform it. This would perfectly solve his problem. He worked through the night on the renovation. First, he took some foam boards out of the box. Then, he placed them on the inner walls of the container. After aligning them, he cut off the excess parts. Next, he applied foam sealant and glue. This secured the foam boards in place. The foam boards were custom made for him. They fit the container walls perfectly, and they were very affordable. For the top, he laid long foam strips, filled the grooves, and glued 2 foam boards together. He supported the bottom with wooden brackets, sealing the top completely. He filled the edge gaps with foam sealant and fixed thin foam strips. He used the same method for the container's iron door. For uneven areas, he filled them with large foam boards. He used smaller foam boards to fill the gaps. Throughout the process, he worked very smoothly. He was truly impressive. After finishing, he cleaned the inside. Then, he measured the top distance with a ruler. He cut some wooden beams to the right length. He fixed the wood at the door. He planned to build a door frame with wood. It's important to note, every wood joint needed screws for reinforcement. These renovation tasks were easy for him. He had 40 years of work experience. Soon, he made a door frame. After cleaning the wood shavings, he brought in a sliding door. After testing, he secured the sliding door and frame with screws. Once fixed, he brought in some cut plaster boards. He installed them inside the container. Both the sidewalls and the top needed to be fixed in place. Before the renovation, he researched a lot. He studied the structure and features of shipping containers. This helped him design the plans. Despite many challenges, he didn't give up. After wrapping the container with boards, it looked much better. He continued processing the plasterboard joints. First, he applied putty, then sealed with tape. He applied more putty, filling all gaps completely. This process was time-consuming and labor-intensive, but it was easy for him. After fixing, he rolled a coat of paint with a tool, then sanded it smooth. The next morning, he went outside the container. He measured and marked positions, then cut out the outline with an angle grinder. He removed the outer iron layer. Next, he installed and fixed the inner and outer frames. After screwing them in, he installed an exhaust fan. This allowed air circulation inside. To make the air fresher, he made 2 more grooves and installed vents. Then, he laid a layer of oil paper on the floor, protecting it from damage. Now, he painted the inner walls. First, he applied a coat of white paint. Then, he applied a layer of dark paint. To add depth to the space, he taped off sections and painted them with darker colors. Similarly, he manually painted hard to reach areas. After the paint dried, he removed the tape. The space completely transformed. Next, he fixed some brackets on both sides of the inner walls. He placed matching wooden boards on the brackets and secured them with screws. This created 2 work platforms. The floor also needed brackets. He drilled corresponding holes and fixed the brackets in place. These were the most important work platforms in the studio. He sprayed some personalized signatures on the walls, enhancing the overall look. At this point, the studio was taking shape. Then, he went outside. He drilled a round hole, extending the power supply inside. He fixed the wiring box and laid the wires. This should have been an electrician's job, but he wasn't an ordinary person. He studied electrical engineering in college. It was easy for him. To finish the project quickly, he worked for 8 hours straight. It was very tiring. Tap the heart on the screen. Give him some encouragement. After laying the wires, he installed some lights on the top, completing the studio's electrical system. Now, he could test the lighting. The renovation was almost done. He was very satisfied. He brought in an air conditioner and installed it. Finally, let's take a look. How does it look? Isn't it beautiful? With this studio, he worked more diligently. What do you think of this studio? Would you like to have one?